the head customer experience, Keystone Bank, Omua Imuzeze. Then another person, a round of applause as I bring forth Yemisi Fajinmi. Yes, she is the manager contact center AEDC. And then finally, a round of applause for Folake Agunbiade. I hope I didn't get that. Okay, please help me. Please help me. Because I want to learn how to pronounce it. Oh, Agunbiade. Oh, that's cool. Okay, a round of applause for Folake Agunbiade. Nice. Yes. We're just going to go straight into the question. This is like a Eddie Gango. Powerpuff ladies. Okay. Please don't protest. Don't worry, the future is female. Don't worry. I will explain that another time. Okay, I will ask you, ma'am, MARYANNE KOODA. You just had a presentation, or should I just? No, I want you to continue. So this is it. From what you said, with everything changing and a lot of things coming up every single time, and then technology has really changed and a lot of things have come up. So what do you think is the future of contact center? Sorry, can I have the other mic? Okay, it's here.
The future of contact centers. Well, I would say in Nigeria, let me start with Nigeria. The future of contact centers for us here as a nation will be obviously to make sure that once the contact centers that we have use up-to-date technology and they go from just answering calls to being able to engage with customers through live chat, through emails, through every social media platform imaginable. So contact centers will go from being based on GSM technology to other forms of email in non-voice format. For now, contact centers in Nigeria are mostly voice-based. So for us here, the future will be focusing more on non-voice and having the CRM that will, so far a lot of our CRMs are only based on voice. Who is calling, where are they calling, what's their complaint. But it would be good to develop technologies that mesh voice and non-voice formats of engaging our customers. So that's the future for Nigeria.
Wow, non-voice. That's very good. Thank you very much. Can I have the mic set to, yes, Yemisi Fajinmi. Thank you. Okay. You're the manager for Contact Center AEDC, and I know you had a lot, you've interacted and engaged in quite a number of things concerning the contact centers and complaints and a lot more. So far in your time, what are the challenges of contact centers?
Thank you. From our own kind of business. We render services on the power sector, we render electricity services. One of the challenges so far is the costs. There's huge costs in running a contact center. It involves a lot of money because the outbound section, just that, as you have earlier said, you call out customers, and by the end of the month, we get huge bill from our service provider, the MTN and the Globe that we use in rendering our services. And technology-wise, we had this challenge whereby there are times we have system issues. Our system will just shut down. We are actually using the Avaya solution presently. So there are times we experience system technology issues. Another one is getting to know the quality and the quantity of service delivery in contact center. With technology, we can use the IVR to know how the agents are delivering on these services to our customers. So we listen to their interaction with the customer, the engagement they have with the customers. And from there, we can now do some corrections back and forth.
All right, okay. I understand that anybody else wants to add to that? Because I know she's speaking from the standpoint of ADC. Did we all get that? I understand she's speaking from the standpoint of AEDC and the capacity of what they go through. So I'm asking, is there any other person, because I know Omua Imuzeze is from Keystone back. Like, what are the challenges? If there's anything you have to say concerning that.
Okay, hello everyone. For the contact center, fine, we have the IVR, we have the technology, but still, we don't have the know-how of those technology. So we still need to have a wider spread of that technology for a better usage. Considering the fact that we're not having financial inclusion, very soon it will be so difficult for people to walk into branches. People will not walk into your offices anymore. They want to be able to transact from wherever they are. So when they have issues, the only person or people they can reach out to is the contact center or the call center, as it may be. So we need to also have backups for our technologies, because what we presently have in some of the institutions, they usually fail us. And for us to reach out to these vendors, most of them are not situated in the country. So that constitutes a bit of bridge.
That's a huge challenge. Thank you very much for bringing that out. I think I'll just ask you a question, since the mic is with you right now. For customer experience staff, right? What advice or what ideas do you think is workable right now from this conference and from what you've experienced so far? What do you think you can tell them?
Okay, firstly, everybody's a customer experience staff. It doesn't have to be the front line as far as you have interactions with customers, come what may, in whatever platform or touch point. Firstly, you must be open-minded. No matter the negativity they throw at you, do not judge them. You need to soak it in, because that is what will help you out to give the customer the best in terms of service. So whatever negative information you get, good or bad, take it in, go back to your team, work on it, and be a better you, and provide a better service for an organization. You must show empathy. You must have empathy. Training is so compulsory for every customer experience person. You need to be trained consistently. You cannot go without that. Training, it is key. You know why? Because the trends change as the time and the clock clicks. The trend changes at every point in time. There was a season, there was nothing like Twitter. There was nothing like Instagram. Now we are there. Now we are having robotics, answering all our issues, delivering all our complaints. So you can see the trend and where we're going to. So what are we doing to ourselves? The training is very key and important.
Thank you very, very much for that. Please a round of applause for her. Now can we just pass the mic to Agunbiade, please? Yes. Okay. Ma'am, I would want you to say a little bit about the topic before I ask you my question. I know why I want you to do that.
Well, I think for me, one very important thing for customer experience personnel or experts or people who work in customer experience is communication. Because for my research as a researcher and as an industrial psychologist, we found that majority of the customer issues that you face daily with customers is by communication. Either you don't listen well, or you don't say the right things. And to a large extent, if you master the acts and the acts of communication, a lot of your customers will be blown away. And we have this mindset that everybody can communicate. But no, that's not true. It's an act and it's an art that must be learned by customer experience personally.
Okay,
Very important.
she said it's an act and an act that needs to be learned. Now, I've come to understand that you just clarified something. It's not just that you can speak, means you can communicate.
Very true.
So now, just talk to every one of us here. How do you learn to communicate? Very short.
Well, communication is a very vast subject matter because communication is not one channel. Beyond what you say, there's what you don't say. Even when you're a contact center person and you're talking over the phone or you're a call center person, you can be saying a lot without not saying anything. And the thing about that is that with communication, non-verbal communication is universal. If you're angry, no matter how much you're resilient, you're skilled, or you are irritated, it will show over the phone. If you're talking to a customer one-on-one and you are saying you're sorry and you're not sorry, the customer can tell. So with communication, it's something that you need to first of all realize that you cannot communicate. So how do you know that? As a psychologist, I always tell people, if people say you are, for instance, that you are not smiling. You say, I'm fine, that's my real face. You're not smiling, that's the truth. Or they say the proverbial, you are nasty. Or stuff like that. They say it about you. If one person says it, another person says it, the language of non-verbal communication is universal. People hear what you're not saying. So you need to start from there to even master your non-verbal communication, your tone, your pitch, your posture, your gestures, the interval and fluctuations of your voice, how you speak, not necessarily what you're saying. When you master that, then you can now move to what you're saying. Because a lot of times, people don't hear what you say. They hear what you're not saying. Especially an angry customer. They don't hear what you're not saying. They don't hear what you're saying. Even when you're saying, calm down, which of course we know is a no-no in customer experience. You don't tell a customer to calm down. He's not crazy. So you don't tell him to calm down. But what you're not saying, the sincerity and the empathy of your heart, because experiences are emotional connections. You have to be touching the person's emotions and connecting with them constantly to get them to realize that you're on the same page. So communication is not something I can tell you a one-fit-all, how to do it in one day. It's a learning curve. You fail, you get up, you try again, you re-strategize, and you keep learning.
Man, you have done very well. Woo! Wow! You've done very well. Now I can ask my question. I don't even know if I should.
Please.
I just said very short. That's the way she just gave me. Pop, 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 pop. Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, now, with the way competitions are here and there, and a lot of people are actually, a lot of businesses are suffering from that. Because when it looks like this person that you're serving or giving good service, all of a sudden the other person just says, I will give you double of whatever that is. And before you even pay, the person is already giving you the nobody will tell you to don't migrate. Now, how can you, I will use the word because I remember when we were working in groups, one of the ladies from, the person presenting from group 4 talked about it like it was a love relationship. So I'm going to use it this way. How can you seduce? How can a company seduce a customer?
You're asking the right person because I'm actually a customer seductress. That's my major.
Idiot.
Yes, that's what I do for a living. I'm the author of the book Customer Seduction, and I have discovered with my research and interactions, being a psychologist helps me because I understand behavior. I realized that customers don't stay with you when they like you. They have to be in love with you to stay with you. Even when you can't meet up with your competitors, they stay with you because they're in love with you. And to get someone to fall in love with you, you have to seduce them.
The deliberate act.
The same way you nurture a relationship with a spouse. The same way you crush on somebody and you make an effort to look a certain way, smell a certain way, speak a certain way, appear in a certain way. Seducing your customers is very deliberate. It's very intentional. It's very attentive. You can't be seducing your customers only on customer service week. That's not seduction. If the only day you tell me you love me is on Valentine's Day, I probably won't be in love with you. So it requires understanding your customer, meeting needs, which is just the basic primary act in transactions. That's not customer experience. If you're meeting a need or you're servicing your customers, that's transacting business. But when you're seducing them deliberately to create memorable experiences that get them connected to you, that even when you have service breakdowns, they always remember it. It's like the first boyfriend you ever had that bought you roses. For instance, you've never smelled a rose, but he bought you a rose. Even if the rose was going to die because you didn't have where to keep it, you would always remember the guy who bought you a rose. So, it's deliberate, it's intentional, and that's the only way to survive in the 24th century Nigeria, Africa, and the world that we are, because customers are demanding seduction. They want you to say it, mean it, and exceed. That is the seduction. Exceed their expectations, blow them away, create wow experiences back to back. It doesn't cost much. It just costs thought and attention.
Thank you very much. You see, so I was correct when I was talking about it, and I said it sounded like a love relationship to me. Yeah? She wasn't even around when I said it, you see? And the way the lady that was presenting was talking about it, I was like, this thing. But then, I've just heard from the seductress herself. The customer seductress. Really, that was a wonderful one. Thank you very, very much. Okay, now, I haven't heard all of this from the speakers. I don't know if anybody else wants to say something from the panel, because they're going to ask you questions now. Okay, so I'm going to go around. If you have questions, because when she says you need to seduce them, all right? And then all the other things that have been said here, I know they have been thought-provoking. If you have a question, let me just see your hand real quick. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Anybody else? 4. Anybody else? Okay. Let me just do this real quick.
My question was to the last presenter. Particularly you as a lady. In trying to seduce a man, most especially a Nigerian man, don't you think that there is a misconception that will now come after that?
Thank you very much for the question. Sorry, dictionary has 2 or 3 meanings. When you get home, just do a little research and look at the 3rd meaning of seduction. It actually means to charm. To charm. Now, when I say seduction, what I mean is the relationship between you as a person or as an organization and your customers, whether male or female. So when you are seducing, what you are doing is creating memorable experiences. They are not sexual. They are not sexual in any way.
you're a professional, but you're going the extra mile to make sure that when somebody encounters you, they never forget you. That is the seduction.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nancy. I work with this company. Okay, my question goes to the contact center expert. I personally have a problem with most contact centers. Sometimes, or most times, it looks as if most of the agents, all the contact centers that you can call it, they sound like robots. Like, as if there's a script. You know, thank you for calling, blah, 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 how may I serve you today? Blah, 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 okay, well, it's like reading a script. It doesn't connect, you know. So, I'm like, is it out of place? Or is it going to make the contact center unprofessional if there's like a human feeling to that engagement? Because it sounds like all scripted to me. You know, what happens if I ask you how's the weather in Lagos today if I know you're calling from Lagos and I'm situated in Abuja? What happens to, you know, asking some, you know, questions to break the barrier and make me be able to relate with you, do you understand? But it seems like all the contact centers are like that. So is it something that must it be like that? Or am I asking for too much? I don't know.
They are in the script. The reason is, as I said, if you watch an American movie, when you get arrested, maybe that's not a good example, but let me just, I'm making the context. One of the cliche moves is that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be provided for you. I'm not an American, but I've heard that so many times in movies. The reason why they do that is called the Miranda rights. So that you cannot later on come and wiggle out and say what you said. No, but you didn't say, no, this is how you started. So the reason why it's robotic is because it avoids any form of complication. And that's one. Two, it's also, the calls are recorded, most contact centers, the calls are recorded, so you are held accountable for every word that comes out of the mouth. So it really depends. If the contact center belongs to your organization, you can talk to your agents, please modify it a little bit, be a little bit humane, say it like this, because the script is not developed by the contact center. There is no contact center that writes scripts. It's the client. So let's say Bank X wants a contact center. Bank X, we say, when a customer calls you, this is what you're supposed to say. So if the agent sounds robotic, it's because they've been trained to be robotic. They are trained, they are instructed. As I said, contact centers have almost paramilitary discipline. You're told what to say, how to say it, and don't go outside the script. Because if anything goes wrong, if the customer gets offended, there are some customers that don't like it when you try to be personal. It's like, how is the weather? What's your business with the weather? Come on, that's not my problem, my friend. So that's the thing. So I also prefer a more humane approach, but the clients don't want that. The organizations that run those contact centers are the ones that develop the script, and the script is now trained and conditioned into the agents. So if you want more, humane sounding agents, maybe you tell the organization that, why don't you guys allow your agents to be flexible? So it's just part of the way it's organized in order to avoid unnecessary complications and complaints.
Mention of the important thing. It's actually scripted. Every call center all over the world, it is scripted and it is being done by the organization. So I totally agree with what she's saying, and that is the view of that. But I know soon, with what is trending and what is happening, it will soon start getting personal.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for them.
I'm going to first of all talk about the contact center. There are ways you can actually manage cost with your businesses, and now you can actually sublet. There are organizations that run contact centers, so you can hire a desk of 5 from that organization and just take your staff that they have infrastructure and you can pay gradually. The second thing you want to consider when you're setting up a contact center, whatever person you're dealing with, whatever company, whether I buy, like you mentioned, open by not doing free adverts, you must make sure they have a constant support staff. Contact center is a normal thing for your system to be back and forth. The support you get from your provider is the key to it. Thirdly, everything is cloud-based, so you must get a CRM that applies to your core application, whether a core banking application or a core insurance application. Whatever CRM you're using must be able to tie to it so that it won't just, like you said, it won't just be calls. She has called me 20 times, I've resolved 10 problems, account opening, card opening. Once she calls again, I see all those things so I can relate with her better and create that experience for her better. Thank you.
That's talking about the history.
And one of the issues about call centers is that the technology, like you mentioned earlier, I think this should be the future of customer experience for Nigeria. I mean, it's very sad that we have to import. I mean, you heard recently at Andela shut down and they let go of about X number of junior developers. And if you look by heart, I'm like, so those developers cannot solve local problems. They cannot develop CRMs for small contact centers. Like, we should have software developers that can develop our own local CRMs. That heck, they are even in Igbo, Hafa, and Yoruba language. They are not even in English. That's the level of customization we will be able to provide. Contact centers are limited to the technology that is available. So if we do not improve the technology, we will always be limited. So one, we need to improve and customize the technology and localize it. And two, whenever you have a contact center, you have to have a 24/7 IT support team. It's not optional. You have the agent picking the call, and then you have an IT department supporting them. It's not optional. If you do not have the IT support team permanently on call, your contact center will not survive.
Wow. Thank you very much, MARYANNE KOODA. Thank you so much for that.